you and I had just started dating.
Yep.
And you fell pregnant.
Accidentally. Right, in another world where we could get pregnant.
What do you think we would have done?
Honestly, I think we would have kept that baby.
Yeah, of course we would.
And I think, can I be honest?
No, I want you to lie to me on the podcast.
Well, when we were first dating, I'd say I was very immature. And we played some crazy games, and I worry that the child would have been used as a bit of a pawn.
Oh, wow.
Well, do you want me to be honest? Because we were so dramatic back then.
Do you know what though? We would have absolutely got to 1 million subs quicker.
Yeah, we would, 100%. Hi guys, and welcome back to Who Is She?
Bold.
Group hug.
Hey frogs, and welcome back to the internet. So today, Rosie and I are doing another Les Confess. I'm excited because, as usual, I haven't heard the confessions. You guys lead interesting lives, far more interesting than mine. So that's great.
Are you telling me you want to see other people live a more interesting life?
I don't
you want me
think-
to put my watch in a bowl?
What's that called again? Spinstering.
An orgy.
Spinstering.
What the?
What's the word? What is the word?
Switching?
No, what is the word? Rosie, when you put your keys in the bowl, this is what it must be like waking
Let
up
me
as
Google
you.
it.
Spinning.
What's it called?
Oh
when
my
you
God.
Put watches in a bowl to have sex with someone. My Google's gonna be fun. Swinging.
Swinging. Thank you. Like I said originally,
I
swinging.
think swinging's a bit of an old-fashioned word. I like spinstering.
I like spinstering
I like
too.
spinstering.
You're lucky you found me, otherwise you would be spinstering.
Not really, I'm sure any man would have me. Literally any one of them. I'm not saying they're the best, but I'm just saying
I'm
they're
clearly
definitely there.
really secure.
Some of these confessions are less hardcore, but more at Wattpad, intricate, detailed storytelling.
Tumblr
That's
porn.
definitely
Tumblr porn.
Yes. Okay, so the first one, I don't know if this is true, if it's a flex, so I'll just read it.
Okay.
So I was on FaceTime with my girlfriend when I was home alone and decided to wax my vagina. The wax got stuck and I had to go in the bath to soak it off. When I got out, I had forgot my towel, and it was just my luck that my parents came home as I ran past the front door with my vagina out. They were too drunk to notice. Anyway, later on, me and my girlfriend got off and I came 25 times.
Oh, is that it?
Are they just trying to compete with us?
I don't think it's necessarily about us.
25 times.
Do you see this as some kind of like competition? Like they're baiting us into a
could be a
competition.
competition.
25 times in a row? Untrue. What's
For
the
me-
maximum you've ever had in a row?
3.
Why am
3.
I bragging about that? That would make me look really bad.
I could go 25 times, but I'd need so much time in between each one. It would be like half an hour for the one. So to get on number 4, how long would it take? 2 days? Like, I don't know.
4 is my max.
Yeah.
And by the 4th, it's like this.
Yeah.
Yes!
Like that.
Exactly like
And
that.
you're like, was it worth it?
You're like, not really.
There's a strain to get there, you know? And like, is it worth it, you know? At the
Next one.
I once orgasmed on my mum's exercise bike.
Yeah.
I'm not even entirely sure how. I just think from where I was pedaling and moving repetitively and the seat was digging into my arse, it just started to feel really good. I'm not usually into butt stuff, but holy shit, that was a great workout.
Fair play. Do you know what? You're burning calories, you're having a good time.
They did burn calories.
A little bit of butthole stimulation didn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, maybe you've discovered a new
Thing,
Yeah, like
you know?
a thing.
Have you ever got off at the gym? Stupid question, because we did do that. But have you ever got off on your
On
own,
my own.
at the gym?
No.
Have you ever been to the gym? Didn't you poo yourself at the gym when you went on your own at 17?
I did. My mum forced me to eat a curry. I think she was worried about me because I was going to the gym a lot, and so she was like, eat this curry, and then... This is a story, and I absolutely love this person's words, the way they're describing their girlfriend, like it's just... lovely.
Okay.
Right? My girlfriend and I wanted to spice things up in the bedroom, so we purchased a set of handcuffs for fun. Before we had the chance to use them, the pandemic hit, and the two of us were separated from each other for several months.
Oh, you should have put them on sooner, because then you wouldn't be able to get away from each other.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually. It was incredibly hard being away from one another. When we reunited in August and kissed for the first time, the space between us exploded. I kissed her as if she was the air that filled my lungs. My hands could not bring her close enough to me. After months and months, I could finally taste the sweetness of her lips and feel the softness of her skin.
Alright.
I know, like, amazing. Despite it being 2 a.m. and my girlfriend having travelled miles and miles back home to our apartment, the two of us were wide awake and extremely eager to get each other's clothes off. Before we even made it to the bedroom, we were naked. When she whispered to me, "Grab the handcuffs," my mind flashed back to the numerous dirty conversations we had previously about using them on each other. A part of me wanted to protest, but then I saw her seductively waiting to be handcuffed to the metal headboard of our bed. Having been starved of her for months, had no problem retrieving the handcuffs from the dresser. However, being too engrossed in the lust and love, I did not think to grab the keys as well. Rookie mistake. I climbed onto my girlfriend, attached the handcuff onto her right wrist, then looped it around the headboard. Before I could clasp her left wrist, she pulled her face down for another kiss. I, of course, became lost in the intensity of that moment. It was the sound of a click followed by her laugh that caused me to freeze. Looks like we're stuck together forever, she whispered cheekily. My eyes widened when I realised she had handcuffed the two of us together around the metal headboard.
Oh shit.
The keys back in the drawer.
Shit!
She noticed something was wrong instantly. I frantically told her the keys for the handcuffs were on top of the dresser that was all the way across the room.
I'm panicking! I've gone from horny to panic.
I'm still horny.
Yeah,
she told me not to panic, saying that we could call our friends who lived in the same apartment building as us.
Are they naked though?
Yeah. She reassured me that we would be fine, and after a few minutes we were kissing again. The gravity of the situation seemed to go from bad to worse in seconds, however. I wish I was joking, but the fire alarm started going off. The fucking fire alarm. We'd lived in our apartment building for 2 years.
I'm so stressed.
Not once had the fire alarm randomly gone off. That was until now. Right away I began thinking we were going to die. The apartment building must have been in flames, because why else would the alarms have been going off? My girlfriend tried to get hold of our friends, but no one answered, because it was 2 a.m. when they got in.
Did they finish?
We tried to force our wrists out of the handcuffs and break the headboard, but it was no use. The two of us were stuck. Naked, handcuffed, no keys.
Stuck.
Calling 911 was our last option, but we arrived at it rather quickly when no other options presented themselves.
Oh shit.
Until I saw it, a bobby pin that had fallen beneath our nightstand. After pulling practically every muscle in my body, I was able to grab the bobby pin with my toes.
The what pin?
The bobby pin, like a hair.
Oh, I thought you said body pin.
Bobby pin. Then, running on pure adrenaline, I desperately started picking the lock of my handcuff wrist.
With your mouth?
I think she's got one hand.
Okay, I'm there.
With a whole lot of luck and a YouTube video on picking locks, my wrist was freed in less than a minute.
No fucking way would I have been able to do that. I would have died there. I would have died there.
The two of us climbed off the bed and threw on random clothes. When we made it into the empty hallway, the flashing lights and high-pitched noises were completely disorientating. I looked at my girlfriend, reaching for her hand. I laughed when I took in her appearance. Not only was a large-ass hickey forming on her neck, but her shirt was inside out, our feet were drowning in flip-flops, and the pair of handcuffs was still attached to her wrists. Fuck, I was so in love with her.
This is a book. Is this Stephanie Meyer's work?
It's better. In that moment, I wanted nothing more than to spend the rest of my life with her, my absolute favourite person. She shook her head playfully, then pointed out my outfit. You remembered your face mask, but not your pants, she chuckled. It was then when I took in my own appearance. Not only was my shirt inside out, but I'd forgotten my sweatpants and was standing in a pair of red boxers. With no time to spare, the two of us hurried out of the apartment building looking like a couple of lesbians up to no good. Thankfully, there was no fire that night. As it turned out,
there was.
Someone had pulled the alarm. When we got back into our apartment, we were hopped up on emotions and sexually frustrated. A fake fire did not stop my girlfriend and I from having mind-blowing sex that night. Literally some of the best. The handcuffs? We saved those for the next day. And yes, we made sure the keys were within hands or toes reach.
First of all, the panic that I would have had if I'd accidentally attached us to the bed.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like if you were to be tied up, it couldn't be handcuffs. I think that your reaction would be like me whenever I go in a sauna and the door closes and then I'm like, the door's locked and I'll never escape and I will die.
You're right, I will go into a horrible rabbit hole of panic, like a slippery slope of anxiety where I'm no longer horny, I just can't breathe.
Yeah.
So I would like something that I knew was kind of like undoable or like perishable. So maybe like a banana skin or a candy bracelet, although I'm better than that.
I'm not.
We bought edible candy pens.
Let's do it again.
Wonderfully written, wonderfully delivered,
Yeah,
Rosie.
I would be really angry that there was no fire.
You're angry that there's no fire. First of all, number one, can't believe you said fire on this channel. Number two, why would you want there to be something life-threatening?
Because they could have not stopped, and also, had there not been the fire alarm, they could have done it first.
Yeah, but
then that would have made me need a wee, and then
exactly,
and then I would like
no,
wet the
it
bed.
builds the tension for the next time. If anything, it's a great story, and I would have married her after that, I think.
But I thought that's where it was headed, so, you know, I know your
It's
name.
a very
I think it should
disappointing
happen.
story then, isn't it? It didn't end in marriage. I mean, rubbish.
Okay, so imagine, it's night, under the stars, ex-girlfriend sitting on my face.
How did you see the stars?
Depends which star. Is it the chocolate starfish?
I hate it so much.
Do you like Milky Way magic stars?
Yes.
Do you like my starfish?
I don't. No, listen.
You do.
I love chocolate, but when you put food near the poo stink, I just can't go.
Start again.
Start again.
It's night, under the stars, ex-girlfriend sitting on my face. Now, I've been waiting for this forever. My ex lived on a farm with her parents, so like, we were in the middle of nowhere, so I thought, alright, we all good. Nah, bitch, I was wrong. So I'm chilling, I'm vibing, she's moaning, I'm thriving. All of a sudden, she squirts directly into my mouth. Mama didn't raise no bitch. So yeah, I swallowed, but I don't know what was worse. Her mum calling for us and maybe seeing us, or the fact that her fucking dog kept trying to play ball.
Fuck.
We went to get up and leave, and then I realised as we were outside the house that my shirt was drenched. I ran into the house with a blanket wrapped around me like a sus burrito. Never again.
It's probably one of my favourites.
The delivery was impeccable.
Perfect. I love the phrase, Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Mama
And
didn't
I've
raise no bitch.
never ever had the opportunity to say it, so I'm jealous that you got to read it.
She took that shot to the back of her throat.
Fuck, she did.
Like a trooper.
Like a trooper. The dog wanted to play ball. That's what happened to us the other day.
Yesterday.
And the dog would not avert her gaze. And I was
it was
just
like the dog was getting up, the dog was like bringing us toys, the dog was pulling things.
sniffing around.
And I was like, this already takes time. So like
not
every
for me,
every
which
time
you reminded me of post, like a second later. I don't see why I should be shamed for it, okay?
Yeah, well,
just because I'm eager and always ready to go.
If something interrupts me, you know, it takes me back to 0 and I have to build up to 100 again, you know?
I have no other comments.
It's just perfect.
It's perfect.
Perfect. So I'm trans female to male, and I was wearing a packer for one of the first times in public. A
Okay.
packer is something that makes a bulge in your pants. I was with a group of friends, and I'd only come out to a few of them. I ended up kind of tripping over, and my packer slipped out and fell out the bottom of my trousers. My realistic-looking silicone dick was laying on the pavement.
Oh shit.
I had to explain what it was and come out to the rest of them. Luckily, it went really well, and they all used my preferred name and pronouns, but they still bring it up as often as possible, and apparently I will never live it down.
That is, can I say, the most comedic way to come
It's
out
a
as
great
trans.
day.
I mean, okay, so it's probably your worst nightmare, but
Yeah.
it ended fine. How much time passed between
like-
it falling on the ground and you
you'd be like,
going,
oh, right, well.
right, I should probably explain.
Because what I want to know is, did they try and make up some excuse first? Like,
Sorry,
thing
I
is-
dropped mine. Like,
Yeah.
you know, do you know what I mean?
Yes, we could all collectively, in the comments, think of some either excuses or jokes just to like ease that moment.
What would you have done
To break
as a
down-
friend? Because I'm so
I would
polite.
have gone, oh, that's nice.
you would
where'd you get it? That's lovely.
you would have, whereas I would have pretended like I didn't see it and it didn't happen. And even though everyone would have like looked, I would have just gone, so, how have you been? And you literally are just the kind of person shiny.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh my god, it's great.
At uni, I dated a girl in the same course, but was secretly super into another girl we'll call Stunner, because that's what she was. Stunner and I had mad sexual/romantic tension, but couldn't do anything about it because I was still with girlfriend number 1.
Oh, fuck off, girlfriend number 1.
I wish, after reading this, that I'd done that with my boyfriends, just like called them boyfriend 1, boyfriend
Not enough
2.
numbers.
Flobberty 8.
On the number spectrum, where's Flobberty 8?
In the middle of Flobberty 7 and Flobberty 9.
I'm so dumb. I mean, I feel stupid.
Keep
I
up.
feel stupid.
You should. So I broke up with girlfriend 1, but Stunner had to fly back to her rural town for the Christmas period. Somehow, while she was away, I convinced myself that she was out of my league and met girlfriend number 2.
Oh, shit.
So I let them both know the situation, but Stunner didn't seem to pursue me, whereas girlfriend 2 did, so I ended up with girlfriend 2.
Right.
That relationship was a total bust, and every time girlfriend 2 and I had a fight, Stunner was there. One day, girlfriend 2 and I broke up. I went to attend a party that Stunner was at, but girlfriend 2 and I got back together right before the party. Stunner still thought I was single and hit on me the entire night, even directly asking me to go to the bedroom with her.
Oh my god.
Whereupon I had to tell her I wasn't single anymore. She was so mad that she revenge fucked a dude at the party and ended up dating him. She later told me it was literally just to make me jealous. Well, Stunner was still with this dude when girlfriend 2 and I actually broke up, so I ended up with girlfriend 3.
Okay.
Stunner broke up with her dude and followed me to the uni I chose to do my masters in. We constantly continued flirting.
Oh my
girlfriend
God.
3 and I eventually broke up, but guess what? Stunner was interstate for an internship. Cue girlfriend number 4.
Oh my god.
This was the worst relationship ever. So when we broke up, I went on a road trip. En route, Stunner bit the bullet and told me she was flying into our shared uni city. I get home and Stunner flies in. Finally, we are together. We confess our love, held back for about 6 years at this point. We attend a very gay Renaissance fair in costume.
Of course.
We must be soulmates. We sleep together, and it's the worst sex of my life. What the fuck? Stunner flies back out to Melbourne, where we both want to end up. She plans to get a job there so I can come and join her. The night after she leaves, I call girlfriend number 4. I'm upset Stunner is gone. I don't think I can do an LDR, and I'm still reeling from the sex being so bad after so long.
Why
6
was
years.
it so
6 years
bad?
build up, or just not compatible.
Oh.
Long story short, girlfriend 4 and I had sex in the back of her car while Stunner is in her job interview. I now have to break up with Stunner, if you can break up with someone after you get together for like 72 hours. Understandably, Stunner basically tells me to go fuck myself, and girlfriend 4 and I's relationship dies in the flames of hell. But it's all okay, because I found my now fiance shortly after, who's from the UK. We moved to Melbourne and are happily ever after. Sometimes I still think about Stunner and how I fucked her over so badly and for so long. I'm sorry.
Okay, first of all, you didn't give Stunner and yours relationship very long.
No, do you know
72 hours is nothing. That is hard.
I feel bad.
So many people had their hearts broken
How bad
in that
was
story.
it?
It must
bad
have
was
been
it?
really, really terrible.
Do you think they should end up with Stunner?
I don't know, because there's been a lot of
I think
beating
they
around
need
the
to try Stunner
Australian
out.
bush, isn't there?
So there was this girl that I used to be best friends with growing up. I slowly started to realise I was in love with her.
Right.
She was straight, I'm bisexual. We grew up dancing at the same studio and were friends from 5th grade to the end of senior year. But then she never spoke to me again, except for one chance meeting a year after, which was the most awkward 30 minutes of my life.
Why?
She never found out I was bisexual until 5 years later, which was a month ago, when I ran into her again at the same dance studio with her girlfriend.
She was with a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So straight girl has a girlfriend
so
now.
by this point, I'd moved on and had my own things and felt indifferent when I ran into her.
Really?
However, I was hot for her girlfriend. And her girlfriend made it pretty clear she was into me.
Fuck me, plot twist.
She started talking and hanging out over the next few weeks without her. They're calling the her that she was in love with Sam.
Okay. Okay.
So we started talking and hanging out over the next few weeks without Sam. Eventually, we had sex after she, we'll call her Talia, broke up with Sam. I felt a bit guilty, but hey, shit happens. Well, a few days after their breakup, Sam, the original girl,
I got it.
knocks on my door and yells at me for fucking her ex. I was about to defend myself, but then she kisses me and turns around and leaves. She calls me the next morning to admit, after 12 years, that she's always had feelings for me. A part of me feels betrayed, especially because she said it over the phone. I mean, I have standards. But part of
Do
me...
you? Do you?
But a part of me feels for her again. And then there's Talia, which I'm pretty sure is just physical, but she's extremely attractive and the sex is next level. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking throuple. It would work. In this, and you're all dancers.
Think of it like this, you don't have to choose, everyone's happy.
I love how she fucked this girl's ex, but was like, I have standards, don't tell me you like me on the phone.
I like you. I think you sound spicy.
My family has this tradition that every year when we go on holiday, one of the kids gets to bring a friend. Last year it was my turn, I brought my girlfriend, but I wasn't out at the time.
Okay.
And one day, the rest of my family went to this nighttime party thing, so me and my girlfriend stayed to get it on.
Nice.
What I didn't know was that my nana also stayed back and was sat watching TV in the next room. We thought we were alone, so we were really loud. And when I came out of the room, my nana just stared at me.
Oh, that's horrible.
And that's how I came out to my family.
Oh, that's horrible.
Obviously, they were very supportive and came to Preston Pride with me last year in September, but I still can't look my nana in the eye.
Did Nana go to Pride too? I would have liked to have seen that.
Does Nana have hearing issues?
I don't think Nana did have hearing
Right,
issues.
because she could have just stared at you like, where do you come from? I had a nana that had hearing issues, and so she would fart in front of everyone, but wouldn't be able to hear it. So
Mine did that.
Yeah, so she wouldn't know she'd farted.
She'd
but-
do it on the go. Every time she used to get up or go down, it'd be...
No, so mine would just sit there, and they'd be like this, they're like...
Oh, that's a
And then
good film.
everyone would laugh, and we'd all be trying not to laugh, and she'd be looking at everyone, not
Nana.
Yeah, but it was funny.
I mean, that is pretty funny.
I mean, farts are funny.
Oh my god, what a horrible way to out yourself. That makes me die inside. Because the idea of being so indiscreet in front of my family, I mean, I could just die right here and now. Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment, and frog. We will see you this time next week. I love this series. I've missed it.
I couldn't log in for ages. Still won't on my computer, but luckily I have this phone. So, because I was like, all those confessions are lost. And on the one hand, I was like, oh, it's actually really nice because, you know, people have confessed and they've got it out there and it's just somewhere. Like, they've let it out.
Yeah.
But, no,
but on the other hand, we need content.
I need content. Yeah.
Alright guys, take care of yourselves. Always remember that Nana's always listening. And we'll see you very soon. Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.